Here we are again on the Voodoo Monkeys for another episode. Kind of during phase one of everything opening up again. And you're a teacher. This has probably impacted you a lot. I've been sitting at home. Yeah. I don't even want to know what I'm doing. What have things been like for you?
It's been hectic. I'm so done with quarantine. If coronavirus could just screw off, that'd be great. I'd really appreciate that.
Go away, coronavirus.
Yeah.
Why didn't the Aztecs come up with a coronavirus dance to leave in their paintings and stuff? I mean, they got rain dances and stuff.
Yeah. No, I've been working from home and teaching online, and I mean, I'm a pretty techie guy, but like, I hate teaching online. I hate it so much. And it's just, you can't connect with kids at all. Like you can't make those connections that you usually do, and the kids can't engage as much. And we have so many kids in our school that like they don't have the access to the technology. So like they can only half do the stuff. And it's just, it sucks real bad.
Kind of widens the gap between learning of students, I think.
Yeah, hugely. Yeah. Like, how do you expect kids to learn online when like they don't have computer access, like they don't have Wi-Fi, like teaching?
Are even public libraries open anymore?
No.
Like, they can't even go to a public library.
They can't do anything. And and like a lot of people,
can the school rent them or like lend them laptops and stuff? Or
we can, but if they don't have internet, then
internet
doesn't help them any. Like in the cities, it's less of an issue because like Shaw, I know, was giving out like free Wi-Fi to whoever needed it for school and stuff like that. Like you just had to prove you were enrolled in the public school system and all that jazz. But like my school is in the middle of like the reserves, so like large swaths of our kids don't have internet and like live on dirt roads, and like some of them don't have like indoor plumbing. Like it's like they don't have access to any of that stuff. So rural communities have been hit real hard with all this as far as schooling, and it's been a nightmare.
I guess there's gonna have to be just something different happening. Like we're gonna have to get creative in this time, which is like the really interesting thing. And maybe that's why people are like so convinced it's a conspiracy and like a man-made virus and stuff, is because a lot of things are starting to change now. They're like, maybe they just needed some kind of catalyst. Let's make it some virus that's gonna kill people, but like, I don't know, it's not that bad, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not.
No, I'm pretty sure some dude ate a bat, and that's the conspiracy right there. I saw something the other day. It's like, if you ever think that one person can't make a difference in the world, the entire world is now in quarantine because one dude ate a bat. So clearly, you can.
No, Batman, no. Oh no, I don't know. You never know though.
Yeah.
There's been like CIA records of some really weird stuff before. And what if there was more of them in on it? What if it was like a whole UN thing?
I don't know. I love conspiracy thought, and I find it really interesting. But so much of it is interesting in a purely theoretical sense. It's once you start believing it that issues start running in. But it's like, I don't know. I think the big thing that nobody brings up with the whole like coronavirus conspiracy is that like people are greedy, and if nobody's working, the economy tanks, and so many people are losing money other than like Lysol and Charmin. So it'd be a really dumb thing to do. Like,
we're really getting into a logistical state of existence where it's like, hey, let's keep everybody going. Yeah, this is happening no matter what, really. You know, whether we're working there, where we're just sitting at home, things are always moving. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and just like reducing existence down to like bare essentials. Like what are the things you actually need? Like you need to have access to like food, water, toiletries, those kind of things. Like you don't need your truck. Like you don't need all of these other things. Like it's really kind of changing perspectives of what is really necessary and vital to our existence, and that's kind of crazy that it's happening in our lifetime.
Oh, but think of The Walking Dead, Left 4 Dead, and like zombie survival guide, and here, buy your zombie machete today. Like, it's big. People are building crates in the ground. They're all like, well, better get ready. I mean, there's a reason this is all happening, right?
Yeah. But I do also enjoy that, like, the people that like are the kinds of people that have had bunkers for years and have been prepping for this are the ones that are losing their minds because they have to wear masks outside right now. Like,
yeah,
I love it.
It's weird. It's such like it's another like mind job,
Yeah.
Like, how do these connect? And that's why I like conspiracy theories, because it tries to connect all these dots, and there has to be some crazy in there.
Oh,
We gotta fill in the blanks sometimes.
Yeah, I love the ones that are like super out there, where it's like, okay, like things don't make sense. Clearly there's something shady going on, and then it all of a sudden jumps to like the queen is a lizard. Like, it's just like,
yeah.
I love those huge jumps.
No,
like anything David Icke has ever said. It's just
David Icke.
Oh.
I gotta check some more of that out.
Yeah, he's a lunatic, but I love it.
Yeah. Well, all these like world-changing things is where like the conspiracies are connecting, like landing on the moon, right? Or like a moon base, right? And then there's like all these other reactors, I guess.
Yeah.
And like the radio device that affects the weather.
Oh yeah.
In Alaska too.
Yeah.
Then there's CERN, right? Large Hadron Collider.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and even just like boiling it down to like just like big things in history, like the JFK assassination. Like, I firmly believe that was like the catalyst for modern conspiracy thought, just because the government did such a crappy job.
Restarting. Wow, this is something actually that happened. We just started talking about conspiracies and assassinations, and then Skype just died.
Yeah.
Someone call Edward Snowden. Oh my goodness. I wonder what else has been recorded on here that they're like just waiting for something. They're like, okay, now we're watching.
We're on a list somewhere. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be paranoid for the rest of these episodes, just a little tiny bit. I'll worry about it later. I've been doing lots of music, though. I've been still finding time from playing music, or mostly just listening to music.
I've been listening a lot just because, like, life has been hectic. But, yeah, I'm trying to get more into playing again. I was picking up the guitar for the first time in a while here the last couple of months and just kind of trying to practice and actually get good. Because, as you know, I'm, like, good enough to be dangerous, but, like, not good enough to actually play in front of people and should do that. Not that it ever stopped me, but I shouldn't. So,
well, maybe one day you can record yourself playing again and
yeah,
see where the flow takes you and the melody. But what I've figured out is once you start playing solos based around chords and like bar chords, you'll start to unlock more melodies and stuff. It's cool.
My biggest thing is
get into it.
It's just trying to wrap my head around keys. Because I'm self-taught, I have like zero theoretical like basis behind anything. So just like understanding like, yes, these chords are together in a key. My brain doesn't do that. And it's just like, nope, just chords. Just play, yep, these are chords. And like spell your name, Kate. Like it's just like
well, you know scales.
Vaguely.
Right? Kind of.
Vaguely. Mr. Ron in band hated me. Because I never knew the names of the notes I was playing. I just knew where the dot was, that's how many fingers I pushed down. And he hated it because I made it 6 years without learning anything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, learn some scales, man. I know you know the minor pentatonic scale.
Yeah, right? I know that one's easy. I can. And you know
how that becomes the major pentatonic scale too, right? When you just shift it a bit.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just
that's like, pretty much all you need to know. And then there's like just play it up and down the neck. And then figure out what chords there are between those notes too.
Yeah.
I'm starting. That's where I'm like phasing in and out of. I'm like approaching that in my guitar playing. I don't know. But what have you been listening to lately?
Oh man, I've been listening to like everything. It's like every week I'll like pick up on a new weird theme of just music that I'm listening to. So like I've been listening to a lot of Brian Fallon because his new album just came out and he's amazing. I want to be him. He's the
What?
lead singer of Gaslight Anthem, but
Oh,
since they've gone on hiatus, they haven't broken up because I'm in denial. But he's done a lot of solo stuff and it's fantastic. It's so good. I was listening to a lot of ska punk last week, like
cool.
Less Than Jake and Real Big
Yeah.
Fish and Streetlight Manifesto, and oh, it's so good. And then this week
I want to
I'm
go get
kind
my
of going.
saxophone again. I keep thinking about this.
Yeah, and then this week I'm going a little like retro-y. I'm
I
starting to
love
listen
Less
to
Than
like some
Jake though.
Tom Waits and stuff, and yeah, trying to go
Tom
back,
Waits.
fill some of the gaps of
Oh
music
my
that I
goodness.
has been
Here's a,
adjacent.
I just got a record. It's wait. It's like I'll just show you.
Okay.
Forgot the name. Hoyt Axton Life Machine.
Oh yeah.
Do you know this record? I
No,
listened
I've
to
never heard of Hoyt Axton before in my life.
Geronimo's Cadillac, and it's really good.
Hmm.
Hold on a
Check it
second.
out.
Maybe I can put it on. Actually, I'll get flagged. I'll get flagged on YouTube if I put it on. But that's happened before.
Yeah.
But actually, I don't know. It's just demonetized.
Yeah.
I could do it. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I also feel like Hoyt Axton is probably not pulling in the big bucks to the point where he's like suing YouTube creators.
Probably not. No.
I mean, I could be wrong, but
You never
there's
know.
a big Axton community out there.
Okay, there might be. Oh, there you are. Here's Hoyt Axton. Okay. Oh wait, you can't hear it.
I'm kidding.
Hey boys, take me back. I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac.
Almost like a James Taylor kind of feel a little
James
bit.
Taylor.
Yeah, it's
This
got
is so loud in my ears now.
Oh,
Hold on a second.
I'll talk softly.
Oh,
But yeah, it's almost got a little bit of a James
very
Taylor
small
kind of thing
snippet.
to it.
James Taylor. Yeah, we were actually talking about James Taylor before I got lent this record.
Oh yeah.
So you were going through a whole bunch of old records at one point.
Yeah. So
There was a blog for that or something?
there was, and then I got busy and I stopped doing it. But
That was a cool thing, but I mean,
that might
a
be
lot of
something that I
funny
pick up
stuff.
again here right away. But yeah, my great grandfather passed away a while ago. Like, geez, how am I? 26 now, so probably like 15 years ago, give or take. And he had a massive record collection, like just stupid. And then he gave it to my great aunt, who then also added in her record collection and her brother's record collection. And now they just moved from their big house into like a smaller house. And they were like, look, we don't need any of these things. Cade likes records. Cade, bring a truck. Come pick them up. So I just inherited like 700, 800 records spanning from, I think the earliest one I have is back when, did you know that Tesla used to have a record company?
Really?
Yeah.
Nikola
they're
Tesla.
and they're like 45 size, but they're thick. Like they're like probably 4 or 5 records like thick, and they're like some of the earliest records that were commercially available to people. And like
That is
I
really
can't
cool.
play them because you need a special like record player to play them. But it's from like I want to say like 1912, 1914, something like that.
That would look so archaic.
It's super cool. So
Like,
I have that all the way up
Vinyls
to
already
like
look
my modern
vintage,
ones.
and then it's like, because it's an archaic vinyl.
Yeah, I'll see if I can go grab it. Give me like 2 seconds.
That's incredible. I always thought they were just the same the whole time. I guess there was like smaller ones too, 45s and 33s, and then there was 8-tracks and like reels and stuff.
Okay, so I was wrong. It's not Tesla, it's Edison. But like, look how thick that thing is.
That's like halfway to being a hockey puck.
It's huge, and from my
way
understanding,
bigger.
it's only got like one song on either side. Like it's like a 45, but bigger, and then like super thick. But yeah, so and apparently it's from like 1912, 1914, something like that. Yeah, this one is "The Time Will Come" by Pola Clover's Garden Orchestra.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, so I got a bunch of his stuff, and like, yeah, there's a lot of like real garbage in there, like a lot of yodeling and a lot of like German dance music.
Yodeling.
But there's also like,
Hosen.
but there's also like there's a copy of like Abbey Road still in the plastic. There's like
That's
there's
collectible.
a bunch of Frank Sinatra, a lot of Elton John. Apparently, somebody in my family was a real big Three Dog Night fan. But yeah, it's like there's a ton of stuff in there. Nat King Cole, a lot of him. But yeah, so it's really cool. So I've been kind of slowly going through it and like pick out a new record once a week and kind of do a deep dive in it. And yeah, well, it's been kind of cool.
Sweet. Ever since that, you nominated me in the album challenge, I've been like listening to an album a day since then, except for the days where I was like away from home. I was like not, and I was just like, oh no, I have to post something. So I just picked something for artwork. But yeah, listening to way more music again. I haven't had something to listen to music on for like a long time. So it was like kind of bad. So I'm doing a lot better now that I got more choice of the music I'm listening to. Music can really, really change things. I don't know. It's almost like a mood affector.
Oh, for sure.
I guess.
Well, and like the fact that like we have albums for like different occasions. Like I was talking on Twitter with some guys the other day, and like Less Than Jake's Anthem album, for my money, is the best like driving with the windows down like in the summertime album ever. Like it's just phenomenal.
I should put it on.
It's so good. You just like roll your windows down on a nice hot summer day and just cruise and blast that album, and like you're instantly in a good mood. And then like you have albums that are like, no, this is when like I'm working on homework, or like this is stuff that I like just for when I'm asleep, or like when I'm in the shower. And like the fact that you just connect these like experiences with just sounds and like the emotions you feel with them is crazy. And the fact that like I can say like, oh yeah, no, it's a summertime driving album, and you're like, oh yeah, I get that. And like it's this weird like interpersonal thing that we have. It's really cool.
Transcendent though. It's like existing beyond just the physical plane, you know? It's like here's like the dimensions, and then there's the third eye.
Well, it's almost like collective unconsciousness. Like it's just like we all can associate with music, and even if you've never listened to this album while doing this thing, as soon as I say like, oh yeah, when you do this, you're like, oh yeah, that. It's weird. It's really cool though.
Oh yeah. It's like almost plane shifting, but I don't know. Maybe that's more like doing some drugs, but I think that there's ways to get high on life like that too. I mean, just the kind of changes that can go through when you're listening to music, right? When you find something that it's like, this is exactly what I was looking for, and then it's just like, I don't know, kind of a oneness with something, right?
Well,
it's
even
a spiritual
like
thing.
Like seeing music live, like you're hearing the same sounds
you
that do at home, but it hits you different, and it's just like that experience of it's weird.
Well, you're surrounded by fans that are kind of the same as you, right? And then you can scream every word. You can jump around. You can go crazy.
Oh, I miss concerts. Damn you,
I do
COVID.
too. I really do. I
was
want to
supposed to
do
go
live concerts, but we don't have quite enough technology there yet.
I was supposed to see
We're
Rage
close,
Against
though.
the Machine, and then I had VIP tickets for Coheed like last weekend, and they're my favorite band, and it kills me that I couldn't go because of COVID. I had meet and greet tickets and everything. I was so excited.
No. It's okay. They'll come back. They'll come back. At least they come to Alberta.
That's true. Yeah.
Coheed and Cambria is really good.
I love them. They're so good. And like just the creative output of Claudio Sanchez blows my mind. Like
always, I don't know if he's always going, but
Well, and even
almost
just like
always. He must be just he obsessively creates.
well, he's one of those guys like I would love to live in his brain for like a week. Cause like the dude's been making music for like 20 years. He's made 7 concept albums that all connect to the same overlying like space opera story. He's done
Yeah.
solo projects. He's done a album that's not connected to the storyline. He's got another album that's now starting a pentathology that's the next saga of the story. He's made comic books. He's written novels. Like just his mind must just be a wonderful place to be. It's like him and Adam Savage would just be like the craziest brains to live in for a week. Like,
Well, imagine what kind of props Adam Savage could make based on Coheed and Cambria.
oh, it'd be so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got to get some of those comics and books though, because there's probably a lot of details in those too.
The comics are fantastic, and then he did a novel for Year of the Black Rainbow, written by Peter David, who's a like prolific Marvel writer. Arguably the best Hulk run ever was done by Peter David, and he helped kind of co-write the book and rein in the wild mind that is Claudio Sanchez.
Year of the Black Rainbow came out when I was like just really into Coheed and Cambria. You know, I've heard Welcome Home, right?
Yeah.
So I was like,
Guitar
what
Hero.
is this? I want to hear more of this band. And then I found some more and I was like, okay, this is good. I was a little bit like, this is a really different kind of sound, but I was like, I'm going to keep listening to this. I kind of like it. And then I like started to really like it, you know, and then I found the No World for Tomorrow album too.
Oh, so good.
And I love that album. I was like, holy wow, this is really good. You
They're,
know, and then Year of the Black Rainbow came up.
The show I was supposed to see was their Never Ender tour for No World for Tomorrow. So they were going to be playing the entire album in its entirety, like front to back. And it's got my favorite song on it, which is Mother Superior. It's my favorite song ever written. I love that song. If you ever see, like, it's that song that as soon as I pick up a guitar, that's the first thing that I play. Just the intro riff to Mother Superior. Yeah, and it's so good. But no, I was introduced to Coheed and Cambria by Michael Lepard back when I was in like grade 10 or 11. We were on, I want to say it was like school reach trip or something like that. And he's like, man, have you ever heard Coheed and Cambria? And I was like, I don't think so. So he showed me Here We Are Juggernaut. And I was just like, give me all of this.
Yeah.
So good. And now like I got my wife hooked on it because she, like, before she met me, she was all like Taylor Swift and like your poppier stuff, which like there's value in all music. I try not to judge. But like I showed her, yeah, and I showed her like The Color Before the Shape, and she was like, oh, this is pretty good. I like some of this, like Peace to the Mountain. That's pretty good. And then the latest album came out, and we sat down and we listened to it all like the day it came out, and she was like, okay, can you get me all the other albums, please? So, yes,
Wow.
yes, I can.
So here's The Color and the Shape, and then you're like, no, this is Unheavenly Creatures. Like, here's Coheed and Cambria. And
I'm waiting before I get her the Shibuti demos because I feel like that might be a line she can't cross.
The Shibuti demos?
Yeah, there's demos from when they were still called Shibuti, before they became Coheed and Cambria, and like it's real rough.
Holy moly. Before the second stage Turbine Blade.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. There's been a few other things like that, like Rush 2112, but that was just like 2 albums.
Yeah. There's a lot of like really good like prog bands out there, and it's just crazy to see how far people can run with a concept. Like even The Wall is just, like when you just think about like, some guy sat down and created a world because they wanted to write an album. Like,
I guess so.
Like it's just, it's crazy.
I think about doing it. As far as like sci-fi stuff goes, it would be more of a novelization or comic book or something. I don't know. But as far as like concept music goes, it would be just creating a character in the world of Earth.
Yeah.
potentially, right? Or maybe, I don't know, even inspired by like Middle Earth kind of things too.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
that's cool. Fantasy things, wizards and stuff, magical experiences.
Well, Led Zeppelin did that all the time. They were constantly referencing Tolkien. Like, yeah, they
Yeah.
love Tolkien's work. So yeah, like you could totally do it. Yeah, it's just like a next level writing exercise, really. And then hopefully it comes out cohesive enough you can put it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like there's so many good
That's the
concept
challenge. It's
albums
like,
out there
yeah, I can
that
make
you
it.
wonder how many
Can't
got
release
written
it.
that sucked and made no sense. Like how many
Yeah.
failed concept albums are there out in the world?
The blank project.
Yeah.
The Kyle Gass project.
Yeah.
Oh.
Adventures of Fart Man. This is gonna be the next hit. Like
Yeah.
no.
Sorry, but you can't make an entire copy of Beethoven using fart sounds.
I mean somebody would buy it. And by somebody I mean probably me. But
Just like for that certain kind of company that comes up, oh, I have just the record for you.
Exactly. See, we're back that one experience time where it's like this is the music that is perfect for this situation.
What the fuck? I hope that doesn't exist.
I kind
You
of
know that
does.
I hope nobody makes this. I mean, it kind of exists. We've talked about it,
Yeah.
but I hope nobody ever makes that real.
If they do and they got the inspiration from here, I want both of us thanked in the liner notes.
Yeah, we need at least kind of credit if this
Yeah.
becomes if it becomes a hit.
Yeah, free copy. That's all I'm asking. Like
Yeah. Have you been doing any exercises lately?
no. I've been
No?
just trying to take care of the mental health more than anything else. Taekwondo's
Video
been
games?
shut down, which is killing me.
Yeah.
But
Video games? Xbox One.
yeah.
But it used Xbox One.
Nice.
While everything was shut down, I was like, I'll meet you in the parking lot. He's like, well, here's my old Xbox. I was like, here's $200. Anyways,
Nice.
there's a lot of free games on it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've been playing some video games. Been running through the Mafia franchise, which is pretty solid. Been playing a lot of The Forest, which is like a survival horror game. It's like Minecraft but with cannibals. It's awesome.
Freaky!
It's really good. I highly recommend. Yeah, just been busy. My wife and I are buying a house, so that's like been a lot. My brain hurts just from like the whole process, but
Oh, that's huge. I mean, there's a lot of like paperwork and stuff like that,
so
but like,
much. Yeah.
what is a home though? You know? Like
Yeah.
a spiritual home too, or like just a physical having a roof over your head, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. No, it's just
contents in the home.
yeah.
I
We're
don't know.
really excited. Just
Is
kinda
it
like
is
our
it the
own
people or the place?
home? I say it's more the people,
Yeah,
but I think all those people need to also be content with the place.
that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a people in a place they don't like, then
Yeah.
morale's going way downhill.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we're pretty excited about that. And I have a garage, so I can start building guitars again, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, Ravencraft guitars.
Yeah.
This is so
Yeah.
cool. Some of the designs, like you want to use these really cool woods and stuff and build like
I'm so
Explorer
excited.
to
Yeah.
play Coheed and Cambria with.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's my project for the summer. As soon as we get settled, I'm going to buy all the tools and stuff so I can get her done. Because I want to build an Explorer, and yeah.
Oh, now there's connectivity issues. Go away, Rain. No, it's the Corona 5G. Corona is eating the 5G. Now our signal's lost. Oh, goodness. Okay, we got cut off once again because of 5G, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chemtrails.
then I was going to go into some confessions and being like, oh, I keep saying I'm going to read all these books and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I just got to hold myself more accountable, too.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you sharpen willpower in
I don't
these
know.
environments? Like,
Yeah, like
do you think doing exercise helps do that? Like, build the mindful basis?
I think it
Did you
does in
Like,
in
okay, I
like
did
a
something that was good, it was healthy, it was hard, I got through it. now I'm
Yeah.
better after it or whatever, you know, and it's like
Yeah.
gives it direction.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's also tough in like the world being what it is right now. Like there's with everybody being quarantined and everything being closed and stuff, like I think just like as a people, we're kind of in like a survival mode mentally, and that's really cutting down your willpower to do any kind of like extraneous stuff. Like it's like, we're being told that like you need to do all these extra precautions just to stay safe, otherwise you and the people you love could die. And then it's like, okay, but like I'm gonna read a book. Like no, like your brain isn't wired like that right now. It's like wired for self-preservation and stuff. And I think that is really making it difficult for people to like go and do all these extra things. So I think it's one of those things where like, yeah, like I've got a stack of books somewhere that I'm like, oh yeah, I've got to read all those. Like that will probably wait until after the pandemic because that's just not mentally here for it right now. So
Yeah. I don't know. I've been still talking to the, people closest to me and the ones I love and my family and stuff, and making sure I stay connected.
Yep.
And then I'm just trying to write the right things that I like, right? And stay healthy.
Yep.
Really. Exercising helps to stay healthy too.
Mm-hmm.
I got such a gym going on though, because I got like an on-it gym in my trunk, right?
Oh yeah.
And I gotta bring a big tire though, because I got a mace and I need something to anchor. I got like huge battle ropes. I need something to anchor them with.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it with my car maybe. Just set up in a parking lot somewhere and
back it onto the other end of the rope. Yeah.
Well, not wild, but get on it in
Yeah.
a parking lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know there's no reason for excuses. Sometimes I just gotta take chances to brainstorm.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a podcast episode, maybe. I don't know.
In
I'll put it
parts,
together.